All right, episode 4 of The Purge, Release the Beast. So I don't even want to begin to tell you how much shit I had to go through to watch this fucking episode and in its entirety. Oh my god, I had to switch from my laptop to my TV. The internet connection was this and that. It was cutting out, in and out. So I'm not sure if I missed anything or whatnot. It was skipping and stuff, so forgive me if I maybe missed a little this and that. Please fill me in if I'm way off on stuff. Anyway, so this episode starts off with Jane, who's being a total hypocritical bitch to Allison. Being like, how could you do this? How could you kill a coworker? And it's like, really, right now with you? You idiot. And when Allison starts freaking out, and she's like, I thought I'd feel better. They told me I'd feel better. This is when Jane decides to have a full fucking breakdown and regret it all and wants to cancel it. Then she realizes she can't get a hold of her, so she's going to go out into the purge to try to stop this chick from doing it. She even calls her mom and tells her like that she forgives her or something. So she goes on out and she ends up getting attacked by some John Trent in the mouth of madness cosplayer. That's what the hell he looked like to me. I was like, what the hell? I couldn't tell because I was watching on my computer at that time. It was really, but whatever it was definitely John Trent inspired. So that was pretty cool to see. And then there is the big old RV that pulls up, and we have the, what were they called? The matron saints. They come to protect women because there is an inequality of death rate towards women versus men. 3-to-1, which that seems like it would be accurate. And then they're talking about rape, which I have mentioned in the past. Rape really isn't handled all that much on Purge night in the movies, and I think it would probably be the biggest act committed during that night, like numbers wise. I think that would be over murder. I think there'd be more rape than there would be murder if everything was legal. So I like that they're out there. I like that they're kind of throwing statistics out that this is going on, kind of confirming what I would have expected in this type of a scenario like the Purge, which is a hard thing to try to imagine because it's so ludicrous. But I don't know, man. The world could be a crazy place. So getting back to Rick and Lila's little thing, throughout the season I hadn't been all that interested in it too much, but this one got me a little more invested. I think that has to do with personal things, actually. It's kind of very reminiscent of something that happened in my life. So they were having a threesome with this chick, and I was like, okay, well, so what's the big deal? And I was like, well, the big deal is that they agreed to have sex with her together only, and Jenna continued to keep screwing Lila behind Rick's back. And when he found out, he was like, stay away from her. This is our marriage. And she's like, I promise I'll never see her again, and this and that. And you could tell her feelings were still with her, but she didn't want to leave the comfort, the convenience of home. I had a similar setup once upon a time in my life, and come to find out when it was all said and done years later, funny how I always find things out years later for some reason, I was talking to that girl, and not my girlfriend, the other girl, and she let me in on like, oh no, her and I hung out and did that all the time without you. And I was like, oh really? Really? Because we agreed it would never happen without you. So I don't know, when that happened in the show, I was like, oh, I know what's going on here, except for I didn't catch them in the act like that. it was just, it hit home, I suppose, with me. I do like that there's this like border patrol, little like militia out that is hunting rich NFFA people. Like anyone who comes through their checkpoints, that's part of that. They get blasted right there on the spot. I love that. Like, go after the guys who created this shit. That's how I've always felt about everything. It's like, you're gonna start wars, you're gonna fight them. Okay? I don't think you should start wars at all, but if you're gonna be there, I want you on the front fucking lines, first person out. You're gonna start it, you're gonna die in it, or you're gonna fight trying anyway. Anyway, let's see here. So yeah, so now we find out that Penelope was being taken to a church, a circus of sorts, a carnival, a Purge carnival, which, you know, on a night like this, I don't know, I guess something like that would exist. You would just have to really trust that the people there weren't going to kill you right there inside the carnival, outside of the people that they were purchasing as, you know, kind of attractions. But yeah, anyway, so these nuns go, these are some elaborately dressed delivery men. The fact that they go dressed up as nuns with like machine guns, and they pick up one single girl from this cult bus, and then they just drive her over to the circus and have nothing else to do with her. That was, I don't know, that was a really weird segue for me. I was like, that's it? Like, she's just there now at the circus? Like, the nun dudes don't do anything? They really? Wow, okay. Bye-bye, nun guys. It seems so elaborate for them just rounding these group of people up. And we've come to find out, I mean, look at this guy, the older man that she's in there with, who has like dementia or something, and thinks thinks she's like his daughter or whatever the hell he was saying. It wasn't her name, it wasn't Penelope. I don't know what the hell he was thinking. But he gets sold for $45. Now, granted, she gets sold for $2,000. She was about to go for an even $1,000, which she's young and she's pretty and she's this and that. So I'm sure she fetches a much larger wallet, you know, than someone like, obviously, an older guy, but even a younger guy or whatever. Guys probably don't go for very much. So, yeah, I don't know. The nun thing's bringing them there. And all the people bring him in there. It's like $45 for this guy. Like, what is a split on that? They had to go out and abduct a human being. His whole life's worth $45. They're gonna bring him in and kill him. And I don't know. That was just a low mark. Now, without $2,000, which I'm guessing is extremely rare, seems like it'd be a good split. But I guess the Purge people are just out to kill anyway, so you might as well make some money off it. But they're not getting to purge themselves. They're just there for the money of it. I don't know. Maybe they can live cathartically through it without doing it and also make some money. Whatever. I like the carnival aspect. I think that's an interesting spin on it. I'm sure, yeah, if you had a night like this, there'd be people who would be putting on events. Of course. I mean, there's tons of them in this season. And then Jenna gets a warning from the maid that she needs to get out of the house. I was expecting that to come the entire time. Ever since that maid was in here, I was like, something's up with her. She knows what's going on. She's going to be either in on this or she's going to tip them off on what the hell's going on. And eventually it did end up happening. Now Miguel really didn't do anything in this episode except for drive around in a car and point out places that he lived and lost his virginity, you know, in a graveyard. And then he now has this moral dilemma of this guy who's taking him to this circus to find his sister, because that's where the nuns go. And he realizes that he has at least one person in the back that he's going to deliver, who's going to be murdered, and he's completely against this night, but he has to get to his sister. So now he's like, ah, shit, what do I do here? Curious on where that will head, of course, but I don't know. Miguel didn't do anything in this episode. And then really the only last thing happened here was, well, Jane is going to this place where the women are going to save a woman. They got a phone call. I guess their cell phones work. When Jane was trying to call out earlier, she couldn't get through because of the purge. But Joe goes to wherever the hell his next place on his target list there, and the people are dead inside, and he's like, this wasn't supposed to happen, and he's broken down. I don't think it gives us any clues yet of what these people mean to him. As I said, the first person he saved and took with him, whether or not he has sinister intentions with them, that we don't know yet, not to my knowledge anyway. But she didn't know who the fuck he was, but went with him because he had a Kyle Reese moment, as I had said, come with me if you want to live, and she did. And so now we've got this other couple that's in like a mini mart or a liquor store. That's what it looked like, I guess. And he was like, this wasn't supposed to happen. And it's like, it's Purge night. What the fuck did you think was gonna happen? So I don't know who these people are. I don't know. Maybe I missed something because my connection was bad at the end, but he just seemed to be like upset and saying that he was that it wasn't supposed to happen. Did I miss anything there? I don't think I did, but maybe I did. My forgetting. From now on, no. I got it fixed. Now I'm gonna be able to play it on my TV. The internet's gonna be fine. I'm not gonna. Oh my God, dude, like 2 hours. I was supposed to get American Horror Story done tonight. I was supposed to do stuff. I'm moving, but I'm like trying to get these shows done on time. Oh my God, the amount of shit I had to go through. Lame. Anyway, oh yeah, I'm playing the violin for you guys. I miss anything here? Yeah, anyone else get John Trent from that guy? I mean, they had to. It looked just like his outfit. Little thing there. Yeah, I think that's it. So, anyways, what did you guys think? I know Tiffany was saying that she thought I was going to really like this episode. I'm not sure why. Maybe it was the John Trent thing. Is that what you thought I was going to... It's fine. I mean, this whole show so far has just been fine. It's watchable. It's intriguing, but we're on episode 4 now. Next episode's halfway done. Okay, we need to get going a little bit. But no, it's fine. It's good. I mean, it's watchable. It's so far so fine. People are hating on it, and of course, as usual, everybody hates on fucking everything. But overall, yeah. I mean, what do you guys think? Are you done with it? Or are you just kind of watching my reviews now and saying like I'm not even gonna watch the show? I'll just have him break it down for me. Or are you guys really loving it? Or what are your thoughts? Let me know. Theories. I don't really have any theories at the moment. Like, what the hell? Why is that maid want her out of the house? I definitely think they could be targets. I mean, they're kind of brought in to this big deal that they signed over. And that guy had mentioned earlier about like, it's easier to just kill someone than to deal with all the lawyers and whatnot. And the fact that they were like fucking his daughter and all that. I don't know. Like, I think that they're being brought in to be part of the slaughter. I mean, I think that's the most obvious, right? So I would assume that's what's going to happen here. I could definitely see it going to like, she has to kill her husband in order to be, with this Lila chick. Somehow I can definitely see it's going to be a pick between her husband and Lila of some sort, because there's so much there's so much emotion wrapped up in like who she loves right now, and so it would definitely be good setup. But I have an issue with that because although I don't know, I guess Lila's dad is this guy, and she's kind of going behind his back this whole time, and he's kind of an evil motherfucker. So he might put his daughter on the chopping block and make her choose. Like, do you want your husband to live, or do you want, and maybe she has to kill them herself, or they all die. I mean, I could see something like that happening. Jane's story so far seems to be very straightforward. And Joe, I have no idea why he's so upset. I don't know. I don't know who the hell these people are. I don't even have a guess on that. And, the other guy, Miguel, I mean, he didn't do anything this episode, so I think he will refrain from killing that guy for a while, but I think he's going to kill the guy in the truck. Somehow, and he's going to somehow still find his sister. Oh, and her sister ran into Henry. So she's freaking out over that. But anyway, guys, all right, I'm off to bed. Good night.